Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome on back. And boy, we've had a lot of problems here on this team recently. So, what we had to go through, as you'll see here in a second, we had to go ahead with Lin Guanta, there he is, and let him go back home for for a little while, for a month, because he's feeling unsettled. He's unsettled because of whatever reason, finds it difficult to settle in the area. He's upset because I find him after his horrible performance, and he opposes the manager despite good support overall from the dressing room. This is our most important player and our leading scorer. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work out, we'll just release him. It's really frustrating. This has been a very frustrating season, all because of one match. And now we're facing Taputimu Youth, who I hope we can beat, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in this one. We normally should be able to beat them without much of a problem here in this match, so we'll see what happens. Others have complained about this, and I will add my voice to the complaints. The problem with Football Manager is that the dynamic system of this game is completely, like, I don't know if I would say it's overpowered. It's definitely overemphasized, right? So if you end up with some sort of dynamic problem in this game within your squad, you've got to run, because everything will just suddenly stop working, and people who normally should be able to score goals and should be able to have good performances will have awful performances because they feel upset, and sometimes they'll be upset about the stupidest little things possible. How realistic that is very questionable, but that's just the way that the game is created, and it does make it really, really frustrating, especially if you're trying to win with a team that might be underdogs. In this case, though, we're not underdogs. We should be able to beat these teams. I don't know why we played so poorly in that last match. And let's see what happens here at the start of this one. We've had basically a whole bunch of nothing going on. It looks like a somewhat better start, although I'm worried about our striker, Nordin, who has the ball there over to Paulo. And Paulo lumps this forward for Fuimano, who almost scores in that header. It ends up being just a little bit wide. I really miss Tawa Maile, and I wish that we could have held on to him. There's not much you can do because it's amateur world, which means that if somebody else offers a zero contract to him, he will take it, and that's exactly what happened. So, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Here's Nordin from range, and I mean, that was ridiculous. That's a pretty poor show from him. If he has a number of poor matches, then he's going to end up sitting on the bench. Abdi Ali Robla, our Somalian, looks like he's playing aggressively. Over to Sostara, now to Kwan, up to Kitiona. Kitiona stops with it and looks for Nordin and has him there for a header. That was actually better. That's the first good thing I've seen Nordin do in a little while now. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of that. He should be scoring goals. He's a good player. But it's going to be a little bit difficult without Linguanda in there. Linguanda, who's going to miss a month, is missing like half the season as a result. And that's part of the frustration of this team. And there's Nordin again with another shot from range. And we should have a closer shot on goal than that. I've told them to work the ball in the box. That's not working the ball in the box. That is taking a shot as soon as you get the ball. And that's part of the problem. And now we've got to play defense, and we're not doing a particularly good job of it here. And that should have been really a goal for Taputimu Youth, but that header was well over the net. And I'm worried that this is going to be another really, really poor performance. And again, I don't think the problem is the tactic. I think the problem is the players. And I think that our entire time here at PanSa East FC, the problem has been the players. I really do. And this might be an argument for using inconsistent players, but I really dislike doing that. I want to find players who can actually play. So we go to the end of the first half, and this has been a poor performance again. And so that's not good enough. Go back out there. That's all we're going to say. That's just not good enough. They know that's not good enough. And we're going to have to figure out a way to fix some of these problems on the team. I'm starting to think that we may actually need to go find older players and see if we can't get some sort of quality from them. That's one of the problems that we have, is that we took away some of the more influential players to get on these guys who we have now, who are suddenly unable to score any goals and don't know how to play. And you saw that shot again go over the top. And I'm looking at the striker and asking, why are we not getting any attempts on goal? We only have 2 of them, and we need to have somebody here who can score goals. And if you can't score goals, you're not going to be on the team anymore. Paulo sends us all the way back to Fatu, over to Kwan. Kwan with an out of Sostara. Sostara over to Futmauno, over to Malani, who finds Talia, and looking for Nordin, who was offside for a second there. Talia will take it back around just like he should, and then takes a shot from range, and that's ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing, and this is the problem that we've been having. We're having these problems with these wingbacks who don't know how to play. They don't know how to play properly. And we need to take Kitona out there because he doesn't know what he's doing. We're going to put Tiata on the wrong side, see if that does something. Nordin's coming off. We're going to put Lutu on for him. Let's see if he can play striker. And let's see what we can do from there. But yeah, Nordin is in trouble. 2 quiet matches in a row, and you're going to find yourself fined. And I'm thinking about who we have on the under 18s. Quan over to Fulmauno, and he takes another one of those shots from range. I mean, it's all right, and I'm forgetting which position he's in. He's actually in a defensive midfielder position. We don't want him doing that, but whatever. Whatever. We're having a hard time figuring out how the tactic is supposed to work. We're supposed to work the ball up, and we're supposed to maintain possession instead of knocking shots out from far away because we can. But it's kind of hard to make that happen. Fatu over to Sostar, now down to Quan. Over to Sostar again to Twalalele, who has a forward pass over to Lutu. And Lutu just doesn't have the first touch there to make that happen. That was a really good position to be in. He did a good job to get himself in a good position, but he just doesn't have the first touch necessary to make something happen. Here's the throw from Tiate over to Paulo, up to Quan, over to Sostar. Sostar over to Ali Robla. Ali Robla stands with the ball, finds Fulmauno, and he lumps this one forward for Lutu, and that's got... I say that should be the goal, but it was a poor shot, and we had the goalkeeper way out of position, and that was a really, really poor job by him again. And so our struggles continue here as we can't seem to find the net. Milani here with the ball again, passes this back to Talia. Talia plays with it a little bit, slows it down, and then passes this one forward, looking for Lutu, and Lutu, again, is out of position, so is unable to get it. And that's the end of that. There's no need to look at the highlight here. It wasn't a very good, clear-cut chance. It wasn't well taken by him. And so it looks like it's going to be another poor performance. Peyton Milani looks absolutely awful. And we're going to have more fines leveled after this match, and this may end up being a really, really ugly season. We have gone backwards. We won the first season. We were here in the league, and we've done nothing but move down in the standings ever since. And I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but these players are pretty poor. We should have won that match. We had 1.09 XG. We had all the possession. We got all of our passes completed. We won 100% of the tackles. We should have won. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.